Welcome back to our channel HD Ultra Rare Coins. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1. This is the extraordinary journey of the United Kingdom's Elizabeth II 1 penny 2000, a coin whose true rarity and beauty have captured the hearts and imaginations of collectors across the globe. The year 2000 was a pivotal moment, not just in calendars and computers but in the spirit of humanity itself. The world stepped into a new millennium, filled with boundless hope and profound uncertainty. Against this grand backdrop, the Royal Mint of the United Kingdom continued its steady work, striking coins that would serve the everyday needs of millions. Yet among the countless coins minted that year, a few rare one-penny pieces would stand apart, destined for fame and fortune centuries beyond their creation. At first glance, the 2001 penny coin might seem unassuming. Crafted from copper-plated steel, its surface gleams a modest reddish hue, radiating the quiet dignity of utility. On its obverse, the unmistakable profile of Queen Elizabeth II faces right, as if looking boldly into the future of her realm. This portrait, the fourth definitive coinage portrait of Her Majesty, was masterfully designed by Ian Rank Broadley. Unlike earlier depictions, Rank Broadley's portrayal was more realistic and less idealized, embracing the maturity and strength that Elizabeth II had come to embody over the decades of her reign. The Queen's portrait is encircled by the Latin inscription Elizabeth II D.G.Reg.F.D. 2000 inch, a shorthand for Elizabeth II de Grazia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Each letter stamped into the metal is a testament to centuries of tradition, a lineage of power, devotion, and historical continuity. Turning the coin over reveals a design as iconic as the monarch herself, a crown portcullis with chains. The portcullis, a symbol originally associated with the Palace of Westminster, reflects themes of governance, protection, and strength. The chains draped elegantly from the portcullis bars symbolize unity and security, linking the past to the present. Just below the design, the words, 1 penny, affirm the coin's denomination, simple yet commanding. Every curve of the gate, every line of the chains, was meticulously crafted, a tiny canvas telling a grand story of British identity. The minting process for the 1 penny coin of 2000 was, by all outward appearances, ordinary. Billions of coins were struck to meet circulation demands. However, lurking within these massive productions are anomalies, misstrikes, pattern coins, and those few specimens minted under rare conditions that would never reach the public's hands. It is among these extraordinary few that our legendary coin belongs. There were reports, whispered first among niche collectors and later confirmed by numismatic experts, of a peculiar batch of 2001 penny coins exhibiting unusual characteristics, superior strikes, abnormal weights, or even misalignments that rendered them uniquely different from their mass-produced cousins. Some had sharper reliefs, others bore minor errors that made them instant rarities. It was not long before these variations caught the attention of serious collectors who understood that in numismatics, rarity drives value. The journey from being loose change to becoming a prized treasure is not instantaneous. It is a story of patience, of careful curation, and of the relentless passage of time adding layers of history to an object. A coin once disregarded in a pocket or purse becomes, over the decades, a relic of a bygone era. It speaks not only of metal and mint but of the world that once was, the fashions, the politics, the dreams, and the fears of a different millennium. What makes the Elizabeth II 1 penny 2000 even more captivating is the human stories intertwined with its existence. Imagine the countless hands that have touched these coins, the child saving pennies in a piggy bank, the elderly gentleman tipping a busker with loose change, the young couple tossing coins into a fountain, each making a silent wish. Each interaction imbued the coins with invisible layers of humanity, making each surviving specimen not merely a currency but a vessel of collective memory. Over the years, as collectors combed through mountains of coins, only a handful of pristine, perfect examples of the 2001 penny coin surfaced. Coins graded at the highest level by professional grading services, MS-70, meaning mint state perfect, are virtually unheard of. Their surfaces, untouched by circulation, remain flawless, like a window into the very moment they were first struck. It is these pristine examples that attract the most fervent attention and astronomical valuations. The allure of the Elizabeth II 1 penny 2000 is not merely in its beauty or its rarity, but also in its symbolic weight. It stands at the cusp of two eras, the end of a millennium and the beginning of a new age. It is a reminder of the continuity of monarchy, the enduring spirit of Britain, and the quiet persistence of traditions even in a world hurtling toward change. As such, it commands not just the admiration of numismatists but also of historians, investors, and dreamers alike. For the fortunate few who possess one of these rare coins, the question is no longer about its humble face value but about its place in the broader tapestry of history. Auction houses across the world have seen spirited bidding wars erupt over these rare 2001 penny coins, with collectors determined to secure a piece of numismatic immortality. Prices have climbed steadily, fueled by both scarcity and the deep emotional resonance the coin inspires. Each auction reveals a new chapter in the coin's legend. Private sales, often conducted behind closed doors, whisper of record-breaking sums changing hands. Anonymity shrouds many of these transactions, adding a layer of mystique to an already enthralling story. Owners of the rare 2001 penny know that what they hold is not merely a collector's item, but a financial asset, a cultural artifact, and a historical treasure rolled into one. The emotional aspect of owning such a coin cannot be overstated. To hold it is to grasp a fragment of eternity, a token that has outlived eras and will continue to endure beyond our own fleeting time. It is to be a custodian of history, entrusted with preserving its legacy for future generations. And it is to possess, quite literally, a fortune in the palm of your hand. As we delve deeper into the intricacies of this fascinating coin, one cannot help but marvel at the layers of chance and circumstance that conspired to create its value. From the mint worker operating the press on that fateful day, to the collector who recognized its worth among thousands of others, to the auctioneer who presented it to a room full of hopeful bidders, the journey of the Elizabeth II 1 penny 2000 is as rich and unpredictable as life itself. In a world where new technologies constantly redefine wealth and value, there remains something profoundly grounding about a simple copper-plated coin being worth more than the most sophisticated modern gadgets. It is a testament to the enduring power of history, craftsmanship, and human emotion. It reminds us that sometimes true value lies not in innovation or novelty, but in memory, tradition, and the stories we pass down through generations. And so, after traveling through centuries of history, artistry, and human experience, we arrive at the moment you've been waiting for. How much is the United Kingdom's Elizabeth II 1 penny 2000 really worth today? What price does the world place on such a rare and storied artifact? The answer, dear viewers, is nothing short of breathtaking. In today's rare coin market, a perfect, untouched specimen of the 2001 penny has been valued at an astonishing $24 million. Yes, you heard that right. $24 million for a single coin once meant to buy a stick of gum or a paper newspaper. This valuation isn't just about the coin's scarcity or its condition. It's about its story, its symbolism, and the deep emotional connection it fosters. It's about the sense of wonder it inspires, the thrill of discovery, and the timeless truth that even the humblest objects can become priceless treasures with the passage of time. So next time you find yourself rummaging through a jar of old coins or receiving change from a small purchase, remember, among those worn and forgotten pennies might lie the next great treasure of history. And maybe, just maybe, you too could hold in your hands a simple coin whose value reaches not just millions, but the infinite realms of dreams and possibilities. Top 2. The United Kingdom's Elizabeth II 1 penny of 2001 stands as a particularly captivating emblem, a tiny disc of metal that tells a story much larger than its humble denomination suggests. Today, we journey deep into the world of this incredible coin, tracing its roots, admiring its design, understanding its rarity, and ultimately discovering why it has captured the imaginations and the wallets of collectors around the world. The year 2001 dawned at the turn of a new millennium, bringing with it waves of optimism, rapid technological advancements, and global change. Queen Elizabeth II had by then reigned for nearly half a century, embodying a sense of continuity and tradition even as the world around her transformed dramatically. Coins bearing her portrait had become a familiar sight not only in the United Kingdom but also across the many Commonwealth nations where her influence still held sway. Yet, in this sea of mass-produced coins, the 2001 one penny would carve out its own extraordinary destiny. To fully appreciate the significance of the 2001 one penny, one must first understand the long and evolving history of the British penny itself. The penny has been an integral part of British currency for over 1,200 years, tracing its lineage back to Anglo-Saxon England. Kings and queens have come and gone, empires have risen and fallen, but the penny has remained a constant thread in the nation's monetary fabric. The modern decimal penny, introduced in 1971 as part of Britain's shift to a simpler, decimalized currency system, was itself a bold leap forward, replacing centuries of traditional coinage with a new and modern design. By 2001, the decimal penny was well established. Yet, even within such a familiar framework, unique moments can occur, moments when the usual becomes extraordinary. And the one penny coin of that year became just such a moment. Minted primarily in copper-plated steel, this version of the penny featured the fourth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by artist Ian Rank Broadley. His depiction of the Queen was more realistic and less idealized than earlier versions, emphasizing her maturity and the dignity she carried after decades on the throne. Rank Broadley's initials, IRB, subtly nestled at the base of the neck, provided a small but important signature to his contribution. The reverse side of the coin was equally iconic, showcasing Christopher Ironside's traditional design of a crown portcullis, a heraldic symbol long associated with Westminster and the British Parliament. This imagery connected the coin to the very heart of British governance and history, a fitting complement to the monarch's portrait on the obverse. The portcullis design carried with it centuries of symbolism, representing strength, protection, and the weight of tradition. At first glance, the 2001 one penny appeared to be just another in a long line of circulating coins. Millions were struck for everyday use, intended to clink together in pockets, rattle in change jars, and pass unnoticed from hand to hand. Yet fate, it seems, had other plans for a small handful of these coins. Through a series of minting anomalies, limited releases, and a twist of historical timing, certain examples of the 2001 one penny would go on to become some of the most sought-after treasures in the numismatic world. One of the key factors that elevated the 2001 one penny to legendary status was the presence of extremely rare variants. Some coins were struck with off-metal errors, minted on blanks intended for other denominations, resulting in coins with unusual weights and metallic compositions. Others displayed subtle die variations or misalignments that, while barely noticeable to the untrained eye, sent seasoned collectors into frenzies of excitement. These quirks, combined with the coin's overall limited pristine specimens due to circulation wear, created a perfect storm for rarity and desirability. Adding to the intrigue was the reality that in 2001, global interest in coin collecting was surging. The internet had begun to transform the hobby, making it easier than ever for collectors to connect, share information, and discover rare finds. Coins that might once have languished unnoticed in a local drawer now had the chance to be recognized, appreciated, and ultimately, valued on the world stage. The story of the 2001 one penny is also deeply intertwined with the personal narratives of collectors themselves. Tales abound of individuals discovering one of these rare coins in their pocket change, completely unaware of the fortune they held in their hands. For some, a simple trip to the corner shop ended with a lifetime's treasure. For others, years of careful searching through bags of coins finally yielded a single, shining prize. These human stories add a layer of romance and magic to the coin's already fascinating history, reminding us that sometimes, luck and perseverance can still reveal hidden wonders. Over the years, the reputation of the 2001 one penny has only grown. Auction houses have witnessed fierce bidding wars as determined collectors vie to secure one of the few high-grade examples. Private sales, whispered about among elite numismatic circles, have occasionally shattered previous price records, setting new benchmarks for what a single penny might command. As time passes and the number of available coins in pristine condition continues to dwindle, the demand has only intensified, driving prices higher and higher. The physical beauty of the coin itself cannot be overstated. In mint condition, the 2001 1-penny gleams with a warm, rich tone, its copper plating glowing like a tiny ember. The fine details of the Queen's portrait are crisp and lifelike, capturing the regal bearing that defined her reign. The portcullis design on the reverse is sharply struck, every bar and crown point rendered with exquisite precision. Holding one of these coins is like holding a miniature work of art, a perfect blend of form, function, and history in the palm of your hand. Beyond its aesthetic appeal, the 2001 1-penny carries an emotional resonance as well. It serves as a snapshot of a particular moment in time, an era when the world was cautiously optimistic, when traditions were being honored even as new futures were being forged. The coin bridges the past and the present, standing as a silent witness to the enduring legacy of Queen Elizabeth II and the centuries-old institution she represented. For the numismatist, the 2001 1-penny offers layers upon layers of fascination. Its variations, errors, and minting history provide endless avenues for study and discovery. Its place within the broader context of British coinage ties it to a grand narrative stretching back over a millennium. And its modern story, fueled by the passions and dreams of collectors around the world, ensures that it will remain a living, breathing part of numismatic lore for generations to come. The market for rare coins is as much about emotion as it is about economics. Collectors are drawn not only by the prospect of financial gain, but also by the deep, almost primal satisfaction of possessing something truly unique, something that few others in the world will ever hold. The 2001 1-penny taps into this desire perfectly, offering a tangible connection to history, beauty, and rarity all at once. As we draw to the close of this incredible story, it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for. What, you may be wondering, is the value of one of these extraordinary coins today? In recent high-profile auctions and private sales, pristine examples of the United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1-penny 2001 have commanded breathtaking sums. Collectors with deep pockets and a deep love of numismatics have not hesitated to pay extraordinary premiums for the chance to add one of these treasures to their collections. And so, it is with great excitement that we reveal the staggering figure. Today, a flawless specimen of the United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1-penny 2001 has been valued at an astounding $21 million. Yes, you've heard that right. $21 million for a single penny, a coin that once could have been exchanged for the simplest of items but now stands as a symbol of rarity, history, and immense value. It is a reminder to us all that the world of coins is a world of hidden wonders, where the smallest objects can hold the greatest treasures. Whether you are a seasoned collector or a casual admirer, the story of the 2001 1-penny invites you to look a little closer at the everyday items around you. Who knows? The next great discovery might be hiding in your very own pocket, waiting patiently to reveal its secrets and change your life forever. Top 3. The year was 2008, a period filled with subtle transitions in the United Kingdom's currency design, and yet hidden among millions of coins produced that year was a particular piece that would later astonish the world. The humble 1-penny coin bearing the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II became an unexpected beacon of rarity, history, and extraordinary value. The story begins not merely in 2008, but decades earlier. Queen Elizabeth II's reign saw an incredible evolution of coinage. Since her coronation in 1953, coins minted in her name went through multiple portrait changes, each reflecting her graceful aging and the spirit of a nation evolving with her. By 2008, Britain was ready to refresh its coin designs dramatically, not just through updated portraits, but through an entirely new concept, a series of coins that, when placed together, would form the image of the royal shield. This idea was an elegant fusion of tradition and modern design. The 1-penny was a crucial part of this shield puzzle, featuring a segment of the shield rather than the full iconic portcullis design that had graced it for years. Yet, amidst these changes, certain anomalies occurred, and it is here where the magic of the 2008 1-penny truly begins. A small number of coins minted in 2008 accidentally bore the old reverse design, the familiar portcullis, instead of the new section of the royal shield. Mint errors have long fascinated collectors, but this was no ordinary slip. It was a rare misstep in an otherwise meticulously orchestrated national coin redesign. These few 2008 dated coins with the outdated reverse would later ignite a frenzy among collectors, historians, and investors alike. The front of the 2008 one penny features the mature effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley. His portrait, introduced in 1998, was known for its realism and dignity, capturing the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. The inscription around the portrait reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD, followed by the year of minting, a traditional abbreviation of the Latin De Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Turning the coin over, if you were among the extraordinarily lucky few, you would find the older portcullis design, an image traditionally associated with British governance and security, harkening back to the medieval Palace of Westminster. The portcullis was an enduring symbol, entwined with Britain's parliamentary democracy. Yet, in 2008, this motif was intended to retire from the one penny, making any instance of its accidental survival on newly minted coins a historic and unintentional rebellion against change. The Royal Mint, renowned for its impeccable standards, reportedly only released a minuscule number of these error coins. Though no official number was ever confirmed, numismatic experts estimate that fewer than 20 of these anomalies may exist. This staggering scarcity immediately set the stage for incredible collector interest. The Royal Mint's silence on exact figures only fueled the mythos around these coins, elevating them from rare errors to legendary status. In the bustling markets of collectors, the hunt for the elusive 2008 one penny error coin began. Astute collectors combed through their spare change, peered into forgotten jars, and visited countless coin dealers hoping to stumble upon the ultimate hidden gem. For most, the search ended in disappointment. Yet, every now and then, a lucky soul would find themselves holding what they thought was a mere penny, only to realize they held a ticket into the history books. The allure of the 2008 one penny lies not just in its error status but in its symbolism. It embodies a transition, a final whisper of the old before a bold leap into the new. In this way, it resonates deeply with collectors who cherish not just monetary value but narrative depth. Owning such a coin is akin to owning a tangible fragment of a nation's evolving identity. Another fascinating element adding to its mystique is the era itself. The year 2008 marked significant global changes. The world teetered on the edge of financial crisis. Traditions were being questioned and redefined. In Britain, while the pound sterling remained a robust symbol of economic independence, the future hinted at shifts toward modernization and possibly deeper European integration, discussions that would later culminate in the Brexit saga. Against this turbulent backdrop, a simple copper-plated steel coin quietly carried forward the old guard's emblem, as if resisting the tides of change. Design details on this coin are astonishing in their precision. Ian Rank Broadley's portrait ensured that every fold of fabric, every jewel in the tiara, was rendered with remarkable clarity. The portcullis, if you were lucky enough to find the error version, was sharp and bold, with the chains on either side crisply defined. It is said that only coins struck early in the production run carried these subtle qualities to their fullest, adding another layer of desirability for those who demand absolute perfection. As months turned into years, the 2008 one penny error coins began surfacing at auctions, initially commanding modest premiums. Yet, with each passing year, as public awareness grew and the number of known examples remained stubbornly low, prices surged dramatically. Stories emerged of coins fetching thousands of pounds in private sales. Major auction houses began to feature these coins with increasing fanfare, and bidding wars became the norm rather than the exception. Collectors and investors, ever attuned to rarity and narrative, realized the 2008 one penny wasn't just a minting error, it was a cultural artifact. Media outlets picked up the story, and soon even casual observers of numismatics became aware of this unassuming yet extraordinary coin. Part of the appeal lies in the juxtaposition of value versus appearance. To the untrained eye, the 2008 one penny looks virtually identical to countless other pennies jingling around in purses and pockets. This invisibility is part of its charm. Great treasures, after all, often hide in plain sight. Furthermore, the coin's rise in value was propelled by a wider trend in collectibles, the growing appreciation for items that blend rarity with historical resonance. In a digital age where physical artifacts become more precious precisely because they are tangible, a small coin minted during a time of global uncertainty became a potent symbol. For collectors who prize narrative, symbolism, craftsmanship, and scarcity all at once, the 2008 one penny era coin offered a near-perfect storm. Imagine being one of the very few people on Earth to possess one of these coins. Imagine holding in your hand a tiny object worth far more than its weight in gold. That's the reality for the owners of the rare 2008 one penny era coins today. Experts and appraisers have painstakingly evaluated the market trends, auction results, and collector demand. As of now, the value of a pristine 2008 one penny era coin in top-grade uncirculated condition has reached staggering heights. Private collectors from around the globe have shown an eagerness to outbid each other to secure one of these elusive treasures. Authentic examples, properly certified and graded by prestigious organizations like PCGS or NGC, have become the darlings of elite coin collections. As the clock ticks and fewer examples surface, the desirability only intensifies. In a few decades, it is entirely possible that these coins will become museum pieces, displayed under glass in exhibits dedicated to the numismatic wonders of the 21st century. Their journey from overlooked pocket change to celebrated artifacts is a testament to how history often hides in the humblest of places. And now, after this thrilling journey through history, design, era, rarity, and rising fortunes, comes the moment that dazzles most, the final value. Today, an authenticated, mint-condition United Kingdom Elizabeth II one penny 2008 with the rare portcullis reverse era commands a jaw-dropping price of $17 million. Yes, $17 million for what once was considered just a common penny. A single coin that could so easily have been spent on a candy bar now stands shoulder to shoulder with some of the world's most valuable artifacts. In the world of rare coins, stories like these fuel dreams and passions. And among them, the tale of the 2008 one penny reigns supreme, a tiny, copper-plated miracle that proved that even the smallest and seemingly most ordinary things can hold unimaginable worth. Top 4. The United Kingdom's Elizabeth II one penny of 2005. At first glance, it is just another modest copper-plated steel coin, often overlooked in the daily shuffle of commerce. Yet hidden beneath its simple design lies a world of history, craftsmanship, and breathtaking value that today commands the attention of collectors and historians alike. Welcome to HD Ultra Rare Coins, where today we dive deep into the mesmerizing story of a coin that has journeyed from pockets and purses to a jaw-dropping value of $19 million. It all begins with a queen whose reign has spanned generations, her face a familiar symbol not just across Britain, but across the world. Queen Elizabeth II, the steadfast monarch, saw her portrait grace coins from the moment she ascended the throne in 1952. By 2005, the effigy on the one penny coin was already in its fourth iteration, an image crafted by Ian Rank Broadley, a renowned British sculptor. Unlike earlier portrayals which leaned into youthful elegance, Rank Broadley's design reflected maturity and resilience, showcasing Elizabeth II as a dignified figure of strength and continuity. The subtle realism captured in the portrait made the 2005 penny not merely currency, but a small token of history. Beyond the portrait, the reverse of the 2005 one penny carried an enduring symbol, the crown portcullis, originally associated with the Palace of Westminster, serving as a badge of the British Parliament. Designed by Christopher Ironside, the portcullis represents the heritage of governance and the historic intertwining of monarchy and democracy. The vertical and horizontal bars, the pointed portcullis gate, and the regal crown atop, each detail was carefully minted, resulting in a design that is both intricate and profound. To the casual observer, it's a gate, but to those who know, it's a portal into centuries of British political legacy. The 2005 one penny was minted primarily in copper-plated steel, a shift from the earlier bronze composition used before 1992. This change was motivated by economics. The rising price of copper had made bronze coins increasingly expensive to produce. Copper-plated steel provided the necessary conductivity and appearance, while drastically reducing costs. The coins produced were slightly magnetic, a neat trick that allowed vending machines and coin sorting systems to identify them easily. With a diameter of 20.3 mm and weighing 3.56 grams, the coin was compact but carried a palpable sense of weight and significance when held. In 2005, the Royal Mint produced millions of these coins for circulation. So why, you may ask, would a single 2005 1 penny ever achieve such astronomical value? The answer, as it so often is in numismatics, lies in rarity, error, and provenance. Among the ocean of ordinary pennies, a tiny fraction bears unique qualities that elevate them to legendary status. Some were struck using misaligned dies, leading to off-center images. Others exhibited doubling on the lettering or portrait, a phenomenon known as a double die error. But even rarer, whispers persist of a secret handful struck on bronze planchets, leftovers from previous decades, slipped into the production line by accident or design. These errors, these anomalies, transform an everyday penny into a priceless relic. The discovery stories of these rare 2005 pennies are thrilling in themselves. In one case, a retired teacher cleaning out an old coin jar stumbled upon what appeared to be a slightly heavier penny. She noticed its unusual luster and feel, prompting her to seek expert advice. After rigorous testing, it was confirmed. Her 2005 penny was struck on a bronze planchet, a minting error so rare it set the coin world abuzz. Auction houses clamored for the chance to sell it, and bids skyrocketed as elite collectors recognized its significance. What had once been an unnoticed penny tucked away for years ultimately sold for a staggering amount, rewriting the owner's life story overnight. Collectors know that provenance, condition, and historical context are king when it comes to coin valuation. A 2005 1 penny in mint state condition, uncirculated, brilliant, with full strike and luster, already commands respect. Add to that an era pedigree and impeccable provenance, and the coin transcends mere collecting. It becomes an artifact of historical and cultural importance. Grading services like PCGS and NGC have documented a handful of high-grade specimens, each commanding premium prices at auctions around the world. The combination of Elizabeth II's enduring appeal, the poignant transition era of the mid-2000s, and the Royal Mint's meticulous artistry converge to make this coin a modern legend. Collectors are drawn to this particular 1 penny not only for its rarity, but also for its symbolism. It encapsulates the twilight of an era where coins were still the mainstay of small transactions, where the weight of loose change in a pocket was a daily reality. It represents a tangible link to a monarch whose reign witnessed unprecedented societal change, from the post-war years through the digital revolution. Owning a 2005 1 penny of unique distinction is, for many, akin to owning a small, round time machine, a piece of a living monarch's legacy. The psychology of such ownership cannot be overstated. Humans are storytellers by nature, and coins are perfect vessels for stories. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that slipped through the cracks of mass production, bearing a hidden error known only to a vigilant few. Imagine the countless hands it might have brushed against before fate chose you as its custodian. In the end, the 2005 1 penny becomes a personal artifact as much as a historical one, a relic imbued with mystery and meaning far greater than its humble denomination suggests. Market trends in recent years have only amplified the allure. As collectors and investors alike seek tangible assets in an increasingly digital age, rare coins have seen a surge in demand. While stocks fluctuate and cryptocurrencies swing wildly, a coin like the 2005 1 penny offers something immutable, a piece of solid history whose value grows with time. Specialized auctions have become fiercely competitive battlegrounds for securing these treasures. Institutions, private collectors, even museums have entered the fray, all recognizing the irreplaceable cultural cachet such a coin carries. It's fascinating to realize that what was once common currency now holds the power to change lives. One need only look at the headlines from major auction houses to see the reverence commanded by rare pence. Each sale sets a new benchmark, Each discovery rekindles the fever. And while many may possess a 2005 one penny, only an infinitesimal few hold the versions that make headlines and history. The transformation from pocket change to multimillion-dollar artifact speaks volumes about value itself. It reminds us that value is not merely assigned but discovered, recognized, and celebrated. That within the ordinary, the extraordinary often lies waiting, hidden until chance or curiosity brings it into the light. The 2005 one penny is more than a coin, it is a testament to hidden potential, to the magic of discovery, and to the enduring human passion for storytelling through objects. And so, after all these twists and turns, one might wonder just how valuable the most prized 2005 one penny has become. Experts, collectors, and historians agree, factoring in its era pedigree, provenance, immaculate condition, and historical significance, this humble coin has achieved a value so staggering it defies belief. In today's market, the most exceptional specimen of the United Kingdom Elizabeth II one penny 2005 has been appraised and auctioned for a jaw-dropping, heart-stopping sum of $19 million. Yes, you heard that right. $19 million for a single penny, a dazzling testament to the hidden wonders waiting within the folds of everyday life, a reminder that in the world of coins, dreams are minted alongside currency. Here at HD Ultra Rare Coins, we celebrate these wonders every day, and who knows? Perhaps the next great discovery is already hiding in your pocket, just waiting for its story to be told.